The one big takeaway from the Kumbh that everyone is talking about is how it was a financial windfall for many people, in addition to being a confluence of devotees from around the world. But did a family really earn 30 crore rupees from providing boat services at the Mahakumbh? Is such a mind-boggling number even possible? Could a humble boatman turn into a crorepati? Well, this example was quoted by Uttar Pradesh's Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath himself inside the state's Legislative Council when he was highlighting how the Mahakumbh became a massive source of income, of livelihood for millions of people.
ये नाविक परिवार जिनके पास 130 नौकाएं थी, 45 दिनों की अवधि में इन लोगों ने शुद्ध बचत की है 30 करोड़ रुपए की। यानी एक नाव ने 45 दिनों में 23 लाख रुपए की बचत की है, कमाई की है। प्रतिदिन के अगर आप उनकी बचत देखेंगे तो यह लगभग 50 से लेके 52,000 पर डे की उनकी इनकम थी एक नाव की।
So the claim is that over a 45-day period at the Kumbh Mela, the family of Pintu Mahara earned an astonishing 30 crore rupees. Does the math add up? Well, Mahara, just to be clear, is not one man plying a boat. He and his extended family are basically businessmen who own nearly 130 boats in Prayagraj, and all of them were put into service. They were plying during the Mahakumbh. If you break down the numbers, what this essentially means is that they were earning 50,000 rupees daily from a single boat, amounting to 23 lakh rupees in earnings over 45 days. And if you calculate that further, 50,000 rupees from a single boat over a period of 45 days, that adds up to 23 lakh rupees, and 23 lakh rupees multiplied by 130 boats. Naturally, the family of Pintu Mahara is laughing all the way to the bank. What did they do? Basically, they've got these fleet of boats and they were giving services for devotees to take these boats and go right up till the Triveni, the Sangam, the holy Sangam of 3 rivers, to take a holy dip.
देखिए ये अरैल घाट है, अरैल घाट से संगम देखिए पास में है, केवल 200 मीटर, और वहाँ से 1.5 किलोमीटर है जहाँ से ये है। तो श्रद्धालु हम लोग का मेहनत देख के, क्योंकि गंगा जी का बहाव इतना ज़्यादा है, वो सब देख के, और वहाँ 1-1 घंटा 1.5 घंटा रुक के नहलवाना, सब देख के वो लोग खुद दान करते थे, अपने ज़्यादा पैसा देते थे।
योगी मोदी ने कराया, बहुत खुश है जी, बहुत ज़्यादा। गंगा माँ ने कराया, बहुत खुश है। मैं कहे थी जब मेरा बेटा नाव बनवा के जब सवारी के लिए निकला, हमका बेटा जिसके पास पैसा होगा तेका नहवाना, जिसके पास न होना उसको नहवाना। तुमको गंगा माँ इतना भर देंगे कि तुम खुशी हो जाओ।
But while Mahara might be touted as the Kumbh success story, the sudden spotlight has also thrown up some rather unsavory details about his past. It turns out that Pintu is not just a humble boatman. He is a history sheeter who is accused in over a dozen cases, including a double murder, attempt to murder, and even faces bombing charges. His 2 brothers and father are also history sheeters at the Naini police station in Prayagraj. What's worse is that just last month, a case was registered against him and 7 other people for allegedly demanding money from boatmen to do business during the Kumbh. The complainants allege that they were threatened to pay up 5,000 rupees each or else they would be killed. The other dark side to the story is whether Pintu's good fortunes, this windfall that he has made, actually came at the cost of devotees being ripped off. 50,000 rupees earning from a single boat daily? How many people was he actually ferrying? How many trips was each boat taking? Because remember, the government itself had fixed the rate for boat rides at 120 rupees per person. Now, if each person was to give only 120 rupees, Pinto would have had to make 416 trips per day per boat to actually land up with a total of 30 crores. Did he really make 416 trips per day? Why we're asking this is because earlier, during Kumbh, a Newsnight investigation had found that several boat operators, people like Pinto Mahara, were actually charging between 2,500 to 3,000 rupees from each devotee. And this was in clear violation of the state government guidelines. This was more than 20 to 30 times over and above than the rates that the government itself had specified. Now look, no one can deny that Pinto Mahara's example is one of many. Irrespective of his criminal past, he has made that kind of money. The question though is, how did he do it? Various industry estimates have said that in addition to cases like Pinto Mahara, the Mahakumbh has resulted in a revenue generation to the tune of 3 lakh crores. Even if we take that as an exaggeration, no one can deny that business has come into the city, but could a better success story not have been found? For a history sheeter to be quoted as a shining example of entrepreneurship, and that too inside the state assembly, surely the Mahakumbh deserves better.